Hi there and welcome back to the Mohegan Sun here in Connecticut. We have had 3 of our 4 quarter-finals and we've just seen Phil Taylor beat Ray Carver. Also, Colin Lloyd is through to the semi-finals. He beat Ronnie Baxter convincingly. And the big story so far, the Canadian David Fatton beating Chris Mason, and Fatton will now play against Colin Lloyd in the semis. But we've seen some brilliant darts. So far, Lloyd the standout player.
Absolutely, Stuart. I think he's back to his old self, you know, good throw, heavy scoring. Colin was always one of the best scorers in the game. And when you're a heavy scorer like that, you're going to get loads of chances at doubles, and he's taken them out, and he's in the semis.
Well, if you're just joining us, Phil Taylor has beaten Ray Carver by 3 sets to 0, but each of the sets have gone all the way to the deciding leg, and Carver had his chances. But Taylor is still on course to defend his US Open crown. He's now talking to Becky.
Thanks, guys. Phil, congratulations. You're through to the semi-final. How tough was that game?
It was a tough first round because he just didn't seem to miss. He was hitting his scores all the time. None of us were scoring too heavily, just ton all the time.
Could it have been different if Ray hit the double 16 to win the first set?
When he wanted 56, I knew I put him under pressure a little bit. And when he wanted 56, I thought just hit the 1-3-4. Leave double top. I remember it, and he big 8 first dart. So I knew then he's only got 1 dart to double, which is difficult when you're under pressure a little bit. So when he missed, in your mind you're thinking, please don't miss, just hit your double and then kick in, because you can only lose the game yourself. Then it's up to you then to go and win it. So
Dennis Priestley or Mark Dudbridge, who would you rather play?
It doesn't matter. I mean, this is like a blast from the past for me. I mean, Dennis has been my old sparring partner for many years. So I said to Dennis earlier on, this is like being in the old days again. So it doesn't matter really. You can't do that. You can't say this again because they're all good. They all can go out there in the 180s and the 9 darters or whatever. So it's a difficult question to ask really. But it's nice to see Dennis back as what he can do. I know what he can do. And it's nice to see Mark actually back about what he can do and what he can't do, So it's good on both sides. So it doesn't matter really.
Congratulations, Phil. Well done. Back to you guys.
Yeah, thanks, Becky. Phil Taylor through to the semi-finals. It will be either Mark Dudbridge or Dennis Priestley. But we mentioned just a moment or 2 ago the best match of the quarter-finals so far. Colin Lloyd is still the only man in this tournament yet to drop a set, and he was in irresistible form in beating Ronnie Baxter. Let's have a look how he did it.
On a 90 finish here, which way is he going to go? Probably the bullseye. 18.
Yep. Double 18 is the shout
for the first leg. Well, 12 dart leg for the first. What a fantastic start.
But this is absolutely magnificent from Colin Lloyd. The first of the match in the second leg. What a start.
Absolutely fantastic. As he said there, it's all down to confidence. Ronnie's replying here with a fantastic 2 back-to-back 180s there. 1 from each player, but Colin Lloyd still got the momentum with the throw. Bullseye for a 1-2-6. Fantastic finish there by Ronnie Baxter. Shows that Colin Lloyd that he's still going to fight away and not give up too easily. He's now got the throw to win the first set.
Because it's only best of 3 legs, just one good visit to the board can change it around. Talking about one good visit to the board, fantastic from Colin Lloyd.
Well, 60 from Lloyd to take the first set. A fantastic scoring leg.
Game's on the first set.
Well, probably thinking he stole that away because Ronnie Baxter came back at him in the first set.
Lloyd coming back for double 4 for the first leg of the second set.
Yeah, had a small chance there from Ronnie. Good first out, but a good first out there from Colin. Keeping the pressure on Ronnie. Good mark at double top for a 160 finish from Baxter. Just under the wire. Gives the option now to Colin. 2 darts to go 2 sets ahead.
What an effort from Baxter. And the way this game has started, I was expecting him to get the double top. Tops the target for Lloyd. It's 2 sets to 0.
Colin Lloyd.
This is absolutely terrific from Colin Lloyd.
Come downstairs for treble 15 to leave double top.
125.
Fantastic darts there to put the pressure on. Double 8 for Ronnie to get himself back into the set. Straight in with the first dart. No messing, no standing back. Straight in. He's got a chance. Didn't think he was going to get. I think he's pulled that one into the one. He did. 2 a dart with the second dart there. Had a chance there to win a set and take the first set against Colin Lloyd in the tournament.
That was a poor dart. Slack dart into the one. The madhouse for Colin Lloyd.
Inch on the second leg.
This is for the match.
Yep. Single 20, double top for the match. One dart. Yes, fantastic dart there. Baxter had his chance to get himself back into the match and it could have changed things, but never took his chance, and Colin Lloyd was straight in there with a 72.
Well, before a dart was thrown in anger here at the Mohegan Sun, Rod Harrington picked out Colin Lloyd and Phil Taylor as the likely men to get to the final. Phil Taylor averaged just over 102, Colin Lloyd just under 102.
Yeah, not a lot between them at the moment, Stu. They're both scoring well, taking out doubles. But Ray Carver, I have to say, you know, he had 56. All he needed to do was a big 16 double top to put Phil Taylor under pressure. Missed it. And them little things cost you games, because I can assure you every other player was been willing, Ray Carver, to hit that double.
Well, let's have a look at what's happened so far here tonight at the Mohegan Sun. The quarter-final results. Colin Lloyd, most impressive, still to drop a set. The big story, though, the man who lives in Phoenix, Arizona, David Fathom, beating Chris Mason. Real upset there, and Phil Taylor through to the semi-finals. Still to come, it's Mark Dudbridge and Dennis Priestley, and possibly that could be our closest quarter-final. Too close to call?
Yeah, I think you'll be right. I think Dennis, because if he's a bit slow, I think Mark Dudbridge may lose his rhythm a little bit. But Mark, yes, he scored well, set the shot up and took the double out. And Mark is upbeat. Haven't seen him this upbeat for a long time. You know, Dennis, it's been a long 2 or 3 days for Dennis. I think that may be the telling factor here.
Well, we shall see if Rod is right. He has been so far tonight. Mark Dudbridge has always said that Dennis Priestley has been his great darting hero since he was a little lad. Well, let's see how Dudbridge is feeling. He's talking to Becky.
Thanks, guys. I'm now here with Mark Dudbridge before his next match. Mark, fantastic win against Dave Honey yesterday. How did you rate your performance?
Yeah, not too bad for a first round, I guess. Need to improve a little bit if I'm going to progress in the tournament. However, it turned out quite comfortable in the end because Dave, he didn't really play his A game, so yeah, it was comfortable in the end.
You reached the quarterfinals last year. You seem pretty confident to do better this year. Is that the case?
Well, you know, obviously you've got to play well. We're playing world-class players. I mean, last year was a pretty bad experience. Andy Hamilton really done a number on me last year. So I'm hoping to do better. Obviously playing Dennis is a cracking player and it's going to be a good game. Really looking forward to it.
Yeah, you said Dennis Priestley's a big hero of yours.
Yeah, well, as a kid watching the darts, you know, before I sort of got involved, Dennis was the main man, and you know, I just liked his attitude and liked the way he went about his business, and kind of, you know, he was the one for me, and to actually go up and play him, the first time I played him on TV is a good honour.
It's been 3 years since you've hit a big final. Is it going to change this time?
Well, I think in my section I've got to get through Phil first, but you know, let's take this game. I know, all cliches and all that, one game at a time. But I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling buoyant, and I'm really looking forward to getting out there.
Well, best of luck to you, Mark. Thank you.
Thanks, Becky. And I think it's probably right. I know Dennis Priestley doesn't really like to make too much play out of it, to give him credit, because he's recovered from a serious illness, and to come back and play darts and reach the quarterfinals of a major, you've got to give the guy credit. Well,
that's the character of a guy. I mean, if you're in the trenches and people say go over the trenches, you want Dennis Priestley beside you because you know he's going to be with you. You know, his grit and determination has sent a message out to everybody. You know, you never give up, you never say die, you really get in there. And he has been a class player for 20, 25 years now, and you know Mark has got a big game on his hands.
Well, don't sit on the fence. Who'll be playing Phil Taylor in the semi-finals?
Well, Dennis has been a good old friend of mine for years, but I just feel that perhaps Mark may nip him here if he plays as well as what he did yesterday.
Well, we shall see. Rod Harrington thinks that Mark Dudbridge will be in the semi-finals. We'll find out the answer in the next 20 minutes or so. Dudbridge against Priestley is coming up in a moment.